Hello, everyone. It's Denise from Dobby Books. Welcome back. I've decided to make a quick video while I have the chance. Although I don't see any smoke in my neighborhood, nor do I see any smoke behind the hills like I did maybe a couple of days ago. I took a nap this morning because I woke up at around 3:15 and could not go back to sleep. So around 3:40, I ended up getting up and just having coffee and reading, just starting my day. And at some point, um, I I got sleepy again, so I lay down and take a nap, and I woke up sometime after 12 noon to a power outage. And I don't know how long it's going to last. I do know the town that's a little south of me, maybe 10 or 15 minutes away, have had a power outage for 4.5 days. So just in case our power outage might last a couple of days, I'm going to make my library finds video, which I should have done over the weekend, but I did not. I let other things take up my time. So I'm going to start this now and we'll see where we go. Okay. So I went to the library that's north of me, not my usual library, and I found some really wonderful finds. The first one was French Students Dictionary. This is on my to-do list after graduation. I want to learn French. There's another language that I know and understand well enough. I'm going to be pursuing that, but I'll get more into that because I was tagged today too, and I'll be after the power outage is out, I'll be talking about that in one of our tags. But I did get this French dictionary, which is really neat because it has, I love how it's formatted and how it has the words highlighted in yellow and then the ink is blue. It says it's illustrated, which it is. It has some wonderful maps and illustrations and a little background information on France, which is always helpful. The next one I found was Mayflower by Nathaniel Philbrick, a well-known title. So I ended up getting that. And of course, because I want to add to my US history bookshelf, which is now 2.5 shelves, I think, if not 2 shelves, this is going to be added to it. Now, this is another book I found at that same library, these two before it as well. I watched a podcast by, oh my goodness, Henderson. I forgot his first name, but he deals a lot with philosophy. He has a PhD in that, and he also likes to share his reading, his book reading during the year. And he brought up an author whose prose, he says, is just phenomenal. He feels like a blithering idiot in comparison to her. I've heard her name many times, and his review of her writing convinced me I have to read this author. And that is Hilary Mantel. And I picked up Wolf Hall. So I'm going to be starting this after graduation. The next one I found, which I've been looking for forever, I don't know why I didn't want to pay full price, but I wanted a very, very good copy of this to read, is by well-known author Amor Towles, A Gentleman in Moscow. I've heard a lot about his prose as well, so I want to read through this too. And the last one I found at this same library is an author whose works I am collecting. You'll be familiar with him, Umberto Eco, The Island of the Day Before. Beautiful cover, and I love how it has French flaps on it. Reminds me a lot of the Penguin Classics Deluxe editions. Oh, wait a minute. This is an orange cover, Penguin. If I just look. And this one is interesting. It says, a gripping concoction of mystery, political intrigue, and adventure with generous doses of romance and comic relief. Mr. Eco is a master storyteller. I would have to agree with that. Isn't this a beautiful cover? Wonderful. All right. At my regular library where I went this Saturday, I found these picks. This one here by Harriet Jacobs, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. This is a title I saw a little while ago. It's on a list of books that I wanted to get for this time period in American history, and I just came upon it. like not even looking. So I'm happy that I found this. Actually written by the slave girl herself. I love those first person accounts. The next one I found, I can't believe I found this. It looks brand new and unread. This is another book I heard of. Was it from Word on Fire? I don't know. It could have been some post I saw from someone who is on EWTN, but somewhere in one of my other many things that I listen to or read, I heard about this book, Honey from the Rock. 16 Jews find the sweetness of Christ. So these are Jews who have converted to the Catholic Church. I collect these. Surprised by Truth was the first series that I collected starting in 2009 or 2007. They just intrigue me. Plus, I guess it probably goes along the lines of I'm fascinated by NDEs. I find these stories fascinating. And another one I found, oh, you know what? This was not from the library. I purchased this brand new at a store I went to in Lancaster, California. I had known the owners for many years. I had gone there when my children were little. And Mr. and Mrs. Ellis are the owners of this bookstore, St. Raphael Press. And I went there because I know Mr. Ellis had passed away several years ago, but Mrs. Ellis was always there, always working. The woman's 80-some years old, driving to work every day, still good for her. And she had been on my mind for months through 2024. And I kept saying, I have to go there. It's a bit of a drive for me. And I finally decided to do it because I happened to be there a few days ago. And there was someone at the counter, at the desk there. And I finally asked her, is Mrs. Ellis still with us? And no. Mrs. Ellis passed away 3 months after my mother did. And she was 89 years old, the same age as my mother. So that was kind of sad, but not terribly sad. I don't know. I miss Mrs. Ellis, a sweet, kind, soft-spoken woman. Anyway, I got this second book at her store, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, and this is from the Ignatius Critical Edition. So Ignatius Press is a Catholic publishing company. So I think I'm correct in assuming that this book, let's say like a Norton Critical Reader or whatever, the critiques and the essays that are included in the story itself are coming from a Catholic perspective, which intrigues me because I think I have this, if I'm not mistaken, in just a regular like Norton Critical Edition. I would love to compare the essays on this. So Charles Dickens, Great Expectations. All right, now the non-new book. Nope, I'm mistaken. This one I ordered along with a textbook that I'm going to need for the semester. I really wanted Christina Rossetti's poems. I couldn't find them. I went into Barnes & Noble. I went into, privately owned bookstores. I also went into the Open Book, which is a used bookstore chain, which always has lots of resources that I can find, and they didn't have it. So I ended up purchasing it. It's a Penguin Classics edition of Christina Rossetti, the complete poems. This is monster category here. I am looking forward. I'm going to include many of her poems on Poetry Thursday, everyone. So Christina Rossetti's complete works. And the last one I bought, this is the one that I ordered with the Christina Rossetti book. This is the one I will be needing for my historiography class, The Houses of History. And this covers the historical theory throughout time, So that's going to be used this semester. Now, last but not least, this is a huge pile, my regular library finds. This one, I loved the cover. It caught my eye, and it's called The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate. Isn't that a beautiful cover? It's authored by Jacqueline Kelly, and the publisher of this one it's called Henry Holt. And this says, a little snippet on the source story. The summer of 1899 is hot in Calpurnia's sleepy Texas town, and there aren't a lot of good ways to stay cool. Her mother has a new wind machine from town, but Callie might just have to resort to stealthily cutting off her hair one sneaky inch at a time. She also spends a lot of time at the river with her notoriously cantankerous grandfather, an avid naturalist. It turns out that every drop of river water is teeming with life. All you have to do is look through a microscope. As Callie explores the natural world around her, she develops a close relationship with her grandfather, navigates the dangers of living with six brothers, and learns just what it means to be a girl at the turn of the century. Debut author Jacqueline Kelly deftly brings Callie and her family to life, capturing an unusual year with a unique sensitivity and wit. I couldn't not get this. Isn't that a beautiful cover? Oh, I love it. I can't wait. And the next one that I found, this is, I'm wondering if this is book 1 or book 2. I found, which one is the first one? Oh, this one. These also had beautiful covers, and I'd seen them before, and these are beautiful hardcovers. It's a series by Trenton Lee Stewart, The Mysterious Benedict Society and the Perilous Journey. I think there's more to this. I think there's a book entitled simply The Mysterious Benedict Society. I'd love to find that one too. And the other book in the series, The Mysterious Benedict Society and the Prisoner's Dilemma. Aren't these beautiful books? Oh, these are going to look wonderful. And I will find out if there's more. Let's see. Now, it's not listing the previous books. Let me look at the other one real quick. No, it just goes straight into the table of contents. Let's look at the back briefly. Maybe I can find. Yeah. No. And the books here are not numbered. So this is what I have. Maybe there are more to this series. I will look that up and find out. The next book I found was, did I cover this with you guys? I don't think so. No. Redwall, Mariel of Redwall. Do you know this? My regular library has a whole bunch of the Redwall series books like this. I was so tempted to buy everything they had, but I said, just wait. They've been here every week. Just wait. They're not selling like hotcakes yet. So I got this one this week. This is book 4. This is book 4, which I'm collecting that series now. And the next one I found is Walk Two Moons by Sharon Creech. This is a Newbery Medal winner, and I also have a Newbery Medal winner collection. I'm adding this to it. The next one I found was 21 Balloons, another Newbery Medal winner. So I'm adding this to the collection. This is a classic. I didn't read it as a kid, but my eyes have been seeing this book over and over again for years. So this is going to be a good read, I know. The next one I found, I love this design. These look brand new and unread. I mean, look at this. No yellowing, no damage. They have the similar design. The first one is Peter Pan by Jim Barrie. It's smaller than a regular book. So this looks like a portable edition of Peter Pan. See how I can hold it in one hand. It's in excellent condition. It's from Puffin Books, which is an imprint of Penguin Random House. And the second one is The Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum. I love these covers. They're so pretty. I just love the covers. Okay, next one I found was The Way of Simplicity by Esther de Waal, the Cistercian tradition. This is a Catholic publication. The Cistercians are an order of monks as well as sisters, I believe. An order meaning a community. There's the Franciscan community, the Cistercian community, the Dominicans, the Jesuits. They're different orders or communities. And this talks about their way of life in the Cistercian monastery. And I believe that the author is applying this or showing the readers how to apply this to their own lives in their own way. That intrigued me. Second to last, I can't believe I found this book. This is unread. Someone purchased this and must have changed their mind. Charles Dickens, Bleak House. It is in excellent condition. Look at this. There's absolutely no yellowing, no damage. The spine is untouched, people. I don't know if you can see that. What a find. This is an Oxford World Classics. Big, yay, score. This is a great copy. And last but not least, I went out and purchased this one because I could not find it at any of the used bookstores, including my own library, which has the whole, much of the 20 or 22 book collection of the Redwall series. This is Mossflower, book 2. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I finally said, all right, I'll go to the store and pay full price. So now I have books 1, 2, 3, it's on my shelf, and 4, which I found a few days ago. That's all of them, people. I don't know if I could show you them all. It'll be 2 stacks. Hold on. So this and, oh boy, it's 3 stacks. Here's the next stack. See that? And finally, this stack. I got a lot of books, people. I did great. I think I only paid full price for maybe what? 1, 2, 3. There were 4 books, I think, in this whole huge stack that I paid full price for because there was no other option at the time. I will keep you all posted as to this fire situation. And so far, my little pocket of Southern California has been spared. Much of the high winds, except for today. Today we have super high winds. And I'm not going outside because I just got over a cold and I don't need something flying into my lungs and making me sick again. And I don't know how long this power outage will last. So everybody, I will contact you as soon as I can, and hopefully by tomorrow, Tag Tuesday, things will be okay. The winds are supposed to last until Wednesday, so I strongly doubt that. And I'll probably do my Tag Tuesday a little bit late as a result as well. I love you all. Take care, and I will see you in the next few days. Bye-bye.